Hello, Ashley.
Hello.
Hello, here we are again.
Here we are. Time is flying. We say this every month, but I feel like when you get closer to holiday season, it goes even faster.
It does. And we skipped a month last month, which
Yeah.
I did not like doing, but then it just got here really fast anyway, the following month. So, and I'm glad that we postponed it to this week because now I feel like we have so much more to talk about, like past Symposium. What do you think?
Symposium. Yes, there's a lot to cover there. A whole lot happened.
Yeah, it was super exciting. Like I love all the feedback that we got. So it was amazing as always to see new faces. Like I always appreciate well, I love our old faces, but I appreciate seeing new ones as well. So that's always fun. I feel like it wouldn't be us if we didn't start with the weather. What weather
Of course,
check?
our weather update. So let's see. Houston, Texas, normally hot and muggy, but however, we're in a cold snap. I feel like I need my little green screen here so I can show you. We had unseasonably cold weather, cold and rainy, which means our horse his paddock is now a mud pit because he's been frisky and running around and doing all kinds of crazy antics. So yeah, cold and wet. How's it in Barcelona?
Barcelona got cold. So just last week it was like t-shirt weather, and now it's like sweater weather, But I have to say, like
Weather,
when
weather.
sweater weather, we moved here, that's like the Jersey accent coming through, right? we My kids' friends always say I have a Jersey accent. I'm like, what are you talking about? What Jersey accent? But here it is. When we moved here, it was November, like 2 years ago, and the weather was exactly as it is now. And we were just walking around in t-shirts. We're like, oh, this is fantastic. Well, we got soft, let me tell you. After living like in New York and Berlin and seeing like all sorts of weather, we got so soft. And now we're just wearing sweaters and winter jackets. And yeah, but I would love, you know where I'm going to go. So you mentioned the horse. I feel like everybody needs to know this because this is my favorite story of all time. Who does the horse have as a friend?
Oh, you're just going to rat out all my secrets here. So, our horse was lonely, and they're a herd animal. They need a companion and a friend. So, we felt like we needed to get him a friend. So, we decided to get a donkey. And so, we selected a very lovely donkey who likes to talk and sing a whole lot. And I don't know if anybody watches social media and they've ever seen Monty, the donkey that's on there. He's a really big deal. Anyway, he's from the same ranch we're adopting our donkey from. So they've been friends. But we're naming him Waffles. And I'm really excited by this. And my kids have taken to calling him Sir Waffles. So we will have Sir Waffles, the companion donkey.
Well, it's a very regal name for a donkey, like
yes,
very regal. But this is, I kid you not, my favorite story of all times. And how nonchalantly you just brought that into conversation when you first told me about it. I love it. Like it's amazing. Amazing. All right. Well, welcome to our monthly town hall. We are in the month of November. Wow, there's only one more this year to go.
yeah.
Amazing. We started this back in January and it just felt like we have a whole year of town halls, and here we are, number 11. Fantastic to have all of you here with us today. Who we are, my name is Marina Borukhovich. I'm the CEO and founder of YourCoach, and I'm joined by Ashley Honeycutt.
Yes, I'm Ashley. I'm the Director of Health Coaching Operations here at YourCoach and a nationally board certified health and wellness coach too. So
She absolutely is. She's a fantastic health coach. Who we are here at YourCoach, we are the operating system for behavior change powered by health coaches. And what that means, we have all the pieces to surround any companies, to stand up or augment any company's health coaching service to surround their product or service. And we do this via APIs and widgets that we embed into their platform. And it's powered by the health coaches who are practicing on the YourCoach platform, health coaches just like you. So we're super excited to bring this. We provide more opportunities, new client opportunities for practicing coaches on our platform who are verified and validated by us. And we provide amazing service that we absolutely stand behind for our clients who are digital health companies. So as always, let's go into some new features and platform updates, what we've been up to here at YourCoach. So we have for you Like, I feel like I need a green screen also, right? Should we do that? We should get some green screen. We have improved user experience and design. So if you notice for coaches, everything is in green, and that's how you know you're on a coach side. And if you ever experience the platform as a client, everything is in blue. And the pieces may look the same, but they are different. The clients don't see a lot of the things that coaches see, and they're identified in blue. So it's easier if you toggle back and forth between being a coach and being a client, you always know which side you're on. We also have improved certifications upload, which we're really excited. So for those coaches who are practicing on the platform and those who are new to the platform, one of the features that we have is where you can upload your certification. So it serves a couple of purposes. Number one, it lets you share with your clients and just showcase some of the work that you've done, right? Because it's a lot of work to become a health coach, and a lot of coaches have other certifications besides their health coaching certification. So it's a great way to show that to your clients. If you don't want to show that to your clients, you can, of course, make that private. So that public toggle that's on the bottom, you just shut that off, and it's just going to live in your profile, but it's not going to be visible to your clients. And then another purpose that this serves is if you are qualified to be a coach with us for new client opportunities, then that's something that we verify as well, is the certifications. So a few purposes. And what we've done, we've streamlined the process, where before you were able to upload a certification and you name it yourself, and even with the NBHWC, some people spelled it out, some people just use letters, some people use dashes, right? So we streamlined the process for you, where you can start typing it in the little search box, and the name of the certification is going to come up. Now we have over 200 certifications and schools in there. But if there's something we missed, if you went to a fabulous school that we don't know about, you can always enter that in, and you can add that. Did I miss anything, Ashley?
That was beautiful and comprehensive.
Thank you.
It's an easy process, right? That's the whole idea with everything we do. Make it simple, make it easy, make it efficient.
Exactly. Simple, easy, and efficient. And Ashley will be doing a tutorial on that as well. I know you guys are loving Ashley's tutorials, and unfortunately she doesn't have that much time to be doing them, but when she does, she knocks them out for you. And this is going to be another one of them where you'll see how easy it is to upload your certification. Practice page redesign. So we made it easier for, number one, for you to add more information. So we have the show more button. So if your practice description is longer than what's shown on the page, your clients can do show more, and it's going to show more, exactly what that does. And then if you see on the right-hand side, again, in blue, so on the left-hand side in green is what you see as a coach. On the right-hand side in blue is what your client sees. So from here, they can send you a message, they can do a free intro call, or they can click on any one of your programs and they can join that program. So it's little pieces, but we make it easier for you. Just more streamlined and more everything in one place. And then on the coach page, if you see those blue headphones, just a reminder, that connects you to our customer service, and you're able to speak. Well, you're able to type in, and one of our reps is going to get back to you. And actually, this brings me to another point. We have some exciting news, and we have another customer service person starting with us next month. And which just means that there's going to be more coverage hours, which we're really excited about. Program invite preview. So this one, we got a lot of questions about. So of course, when you invite your clients to your program, you can invite them by email, but there's also by name feature. So what that means is, if this is a client that you've worked with previously on the platform, you can just start typing their name, and they're in your client list. This is just going to send them a notification within the platform that you're inviting them to another program. So some of you were a little confused by the process, or maybe it wasn't intuitive enough, it wasn't clear enough. So what we're doing now is, even if the client is already on the platform and you want to send them an email, you can absolutely do that. And also on the bottom, if you see on the mobile, there's right before the send invite, there's this please check this box if you would like to receive a copy of this email. So if you click that, the copy of the email is going to go to you. we didn't have this before, and it was just assumed that it was clear that this message went to your clients, but we all want a little piece of confirmation, right? Just to make sure we did everything right and that it went out there. So now we have that, and if you check that, you'll get an email in your inbox, and you'll know that the email was sent successfully to your client. And when I say coming soon, it means that it's coming mid next week.
Soon.
Soon. Yeah, just wanted to share some of that with you. So that's a little bit about the features that we have coming out. You'll notice that what we're doing right now is the features that we have on the platform, we're just making them better. We have a user experience designer who is working with us, and we want to make the features that are already there more intuitive and better to access. So that's what we've been working on. We're also working on making sure that the web experience and the mobile experience are the same, because there were some features that were still missing on the web version of the platform. And of course, as we're adding features, we see improvements that could be made, and one little improvement evolves into a 4-week-long process, right? Because behind every little button that you see, there is hundreds of hours of work, right?
It reminds me, did you ever, when your kids are little, read those books, if you give a mouse a muffin or or a moose a muffin, and whatever the cookie ones were, if A happens then B, then you're going to see it's kind of like that with all the emergencies. One thing we're like, this is a great idea. Oh, but what if we did this? And then if we did this, what if we did this?
Exactly. It's one little thing, and then next thing you know, we have a grooming call that lasts 4 hours, and everybody's coming with incredible ideas, and we're like, well, okay, now it's an epic feature that we're developing for 2 months. Great, let's do that. And everybody is so excited. So I mean, one thing you guys should know, when we bring new talent on board to work at YourCoach, it's not enough that they're technically savvy, because that's not the hard part. The hard part is making sure that this is somebody that fits within our DNA, and somebody who's a contributor and doesn't just do what they're told to do, right? So having said that, we always get amazing ideas and a lot of opinions and a lot of feedback. So that's why a little feature always turns into like an epic. But we're also bringing you an exciting epic, hopefully before the end of the year, which I can't wait to talk about. So I know, tight.
I'm holding it back.
I know. We're like crazy excited about this one, and talk about something that's been in development for almost a year. So a long time.
It's one coaches will be jumping up and down for.
That's one I'm going to be jumping up and down for. So yeah. I'm really excited about that. Shall we touch upon our symposium? We shall.
Oh, I feel like we can't just touch. We have to dive all the way in.
We have to dive all in. Would I tell you guys that this is like a year in planning? It's a year in planning. Like, we're already talking about next year's symposium. We already have dates for next year's symposium. So a little backstory on what our symposium is. Back in 2020, in that little pandemic that you may remember, we had this idea to do a webinar. Well, this idea of a webinar turned into a 2-day symposium in November of 2020. And of course, we can't just leave it alone at one. So next year we had another symposium. And this year we had another symposium, and now it's becoming this yearly thing that we can't wait to bring to you. And I feel like, I mean, obviously we have a lot more engagement each year, but I just feel like this year, I mean, the feedback that we got from the community was absolutely incredible. I feel like there was a lot for, and I would love to hear what you guys have to say as well. But from what we heard, there was a lot for, the theme was demystifying health and wellness coaching. That's why it's a little lamp on the side. But there was a lot for coaches. There was a lot for companies. There was a lot for end consumers, because we wanted, for health consumers, right? Because we wanted everybody to get something of this symposium. So I would love to hear from you, and let us know how we did, and of course what we can do better, because we always want to improve.
Yeah, I think it's a really key point what you brought up too, about a lot of times we see any symposiums, conferences, they're always geared for this one very specific audience. But if we're looking at health coaching as this huge ecosystem and part of the WellCare team, you really have to make sure everybody is tied in together. And I think that was a huge point of the symposium, is we brought all of those different key players together and we talked about it together.
Yep, exactly. And the questions that we got from the audience, like, were really amazing questions, and it opened up conversation and gave us ideas like what we can talk about going forward, not just at the symposium, but also webinars, like what's missing, what can we do more education on? So I think that was a good takeaway as well. And then I'm just going to put her on a spot. Rebecca, are you here with us?
Oh, yes, I am. Shall I turn on my camera? Hi,
Yes,
everyone.
so Rebecca, our symposium queen, as we love to call her around here. So
Too nice.
no. Listen, we give credit where credit is due. It was like herding cats. You pulled it all together.
I love that saying, though. I'm truly like amazing. But
Yeah,
no.
it was a lot of work, and you did an amazing job. And if we haven't told you enough, we're telling you again. Just
It's amazing. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed it. I would love, we received a lot of feedback, but of course we always want to, improve and hear about topics that you like, topics that interest you, topics that you, or speakers that you want to hear about or hear speak. So, we would love to get some feedback. You can send it to me on events@yourcoach.health. And if you've already submitted some feedback, really big thanks. It helps me, helps my work, helps us to improve. So love it.
No, we really do appreciate it. I would love to talk about like some of our favorite sessions. Ashley, let's start. What do you think? What was your favorite?
Every session.
Pick your favorite child. Which child is your favorite?
Yeah, it's, well, and they're all favorites for different reasons, right? So, I mean, I really, really enjoyed listening to Kyra Bobinette. Fantastic talk, chock full of really great information, and tied in really nicely with our behavior, predict the unpredictable, right? Like a lot of good nuggets in there just about human behavior and why we do the things that we do and how to break those behavior change. That was really, really fascinating. And then on the practical side of it, I really liked talking to Dr. Ricky Bird and going over slippery scope, because scope is something that I think we're all on the coaching side challenged with a little bit. We want to help the clients so much, and sometimes we get scared of towing that line in the sand of, okay, where can we help, and how do we nudge up to that line without crossing it? And being able to dive in with her and get a lot of those specifics was really cool. And of course, I would be remiss if I didn't say one of my favorites was talking with our coaches that came from the platform and were sharing their experience of being a validated and verified coach with us and sharing what it's like to coach with your coach. So really neat sessions. They're all my favorites, but those were really standouts to me.
You know what I loved about like your session with Dr. Ricky? Like, I love that you gave concrete examples, and it wasn't just abstract, in this situation, like it was concrete examples that coaches come across every single day. And I think it was just as important for coaches to hear this as for the health consumers as well. Like, I feel like it was really important, because still, like, a lot of times, right, when clients come to us, they're looking for counselors, they're looking for therapists, and coaching is obviously non-clinical and so different than that. So it's really important to make that distinction. And I mean, of course, Kyra's talk, amazing. I can listen to her talk all day, every day. And then your panel, of course, we want to talk about YourCoach, and we want to talk about health coachpreneurs, because we get so many questions about that daily, and just wanted to share what it is that we do, right? Because still, after, we incorporated back in January of 2020, so we've been around for almost 3 years, and we still get a lot of questions. Are you an event company? Are you a practice management solution? What are you? We're the operating system. We're category creators. This is what we are, and this is what we do. And sometimes we make a mistake of talking about everybody else and not talking enough about us. But I feel, and of course, as the founder of the company, I am going to say that, but I feel like we put so much value out there, where health will become happy and healthy humans, and We're helping companies scale their coaching operations. We're providing more opportunities for coaches, which we know today is needed more than ever. And the most important thing is we're promoting real health coaching, not this nudging, not this, nudging. That's exactly what it is. Not read this article or eat this or take the supplement. Like, it's real coaching that is surrounding our client's product or service. And I'm so proud of that. And I love that you did that session. And as everything else, like, it was just like so authentic and beautifully done. So thank you for that.
Can I just add that I think all the speakers, the symposium, are on the same page, and I love that. It wasn't repetitive or anything, but it was just so nice. Keep hearing that, this is real, it's real science, it's an important work, and it's here to stay. So, and funny enough, I love the legal panel. I know it's a legal and finance. I know it's not the most wow, exciting topic, but I really enjoyed that. I think it was so much fun. And I know Barbara comes on quite a lot with us to do some standalone events. So if you want to learn more, we have tons of videos on our YouTube. And I think it was just it was a fun panel. I don't know. I enjoyed it a lot.
Can I say it was my absolute favorite panel? Like, I'm not lying. I'm not exaggerating. It was my favorite panel. First of all, the panel that we put together, like, you would never think any of these people would be on the panel together. They never would have known each other otherwise. Completely different, right? Sherry comes together. She moderates this like a pro that she is, like with humor.
Fantastic.
Right? Fantastic, right? And you know me, like, I love everything with a little bit of humor, a little bit like tongue in cheek, right? And she's like, great, fun stuff, legal and finance, right? But that's exactly what it was. Like, it was so digestible and it was so clear. And I feel that it just provided so much value. And we got so much feedback about this panel, which, like, I love. So that was great.
I think the panelists even loved. I overheard a little discussion after that they might become really good friends and there might be something different coming. So I love it.
That's what we do. We bring people together here at YourCoach.
Amazing.
Yeah. And I love that, I think this is the first year that Nicole is our PR manager. So Nicole Zulis, like, she is responsible for a lot of like the press releases that you see out there from us. And she moderated, like, it was her first time moderating a panel, and she was absolutely incredible. And it was like, and everybody just like jived together, like, it's just, I don't know, like, I just think she did like an incredible job. And like, I feel like all of it was really great. Like, I feel like Arundhati and Michael, like, that was a really great panel, right? Like, I don't know, there's nothing that I can say, like, I wish we did differently this time around.
No, absolutely not. There's a ton of information. Yeah, I know it's a lot, but it's all going to be sent out this week, all the recordings. So if you miss some sessions, you can absolutely watch them again. If you want to rewatch something, you can also do that. So it's all going to be out there for you. And
yeah. And also just like a shout out to the Predict the Unpredictable panel. So Kate Wallen, she is an advisor to YourCoach, and it was really, really great to have her on with Julie and Casey and Salome. So I just thought that was like really, really amazing as well.
And in our feedback, that came up a lot, that people would love to learn more about that. So, maybe keep your eyes peeled at our events page. Something might be coming very soon.
Well, there's always something coming in our events page, right? So
of course. I don't think we can sit still. Like, there's always something coming.
For a company that's not an event company, we sure do put on a lot of events.
Yeah, we do a lot.
It's because we're passionate about what we do and we want to share it. How can you not, when there's such cool stuff going on? And I know we're hopping here, but I mean, let's think about the symposium for just a second. We went all the way from behavior science and legal and finance stuff to talking about MI and scope and everything, all the way to psychedelics. Like, we went the whole gamut of everything and talked about it all. Like, how fun is that?
But doesn't that just reflect like what we do? Like, I feel like we talk about it all on a daily basis. Like, all of our conversations are like, and, it's just, we can never.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. Exactly. Like, every time, like, if I call Ashley or Rebecca, I'd be like, just for a quick minute, right? it's never
Never a quick minute.
Yeah, you know, like Tanya and I, she's our operations manager, like we director of operations. Whew, sorry about that. That's Bentley. See, live. This is live. This is live. Bentley, our emotional support officer, needs some emotional support himself right now.
Oh.
Yeah, so Tanya and I were supposed to have a 10-minute conversation today that turned into like an hour of just catching up and talking about everything and anything. So there's always and around here. So we're really excited to bring and to you as well. Guess who we have here today? Hi, Sarah.
Hey, hello.
Okay.
Here I am. Hi.
Rebecca just disappeared. She just left. Any chance to just disappear? Like, I'm done with you. Hi.
Hi.
So we met last year when you moderated a panel for our symposium. So you're like our symposium pro. What did you think?
Oh my God. We talked a little before we came on the call today, but I was just really gobsmacked by what I saw this year. It was just so heartening. I mean, you talk about the word together in that conversation you all just had, just came up about 50 times. And that's what it felt like for me. I've been in this industry for 19 years, going on 20 as of next year. And it can be lonely, and trying to, build a coachpreneur, as you would call it, career over those many years has really been quite isolating. I mean, I loved the work, obviously, I kept going, but just seeing the support that the scientific community is building, that physicians and therapists are building, that the legal community and the financial community, and it's just everyone coming together to create this wonderful floor underneath the field. And then you all offering this service. I'm sorry, it actually makes me a little offering this service to bring everyone together to create the platform that people can use, and also that the companies can use to bring coaches in to work with their populations, which is all about access, which is where my heart is. So it was really, really moving and exciting for me to see.
Thank you. That means a lot coming from you, and we appreciate you and appreciate your feedback. So thank you for that. It was a lot of fun to put together, and hopefully you'll be back as a moderator again next year.
That would be fun. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, what do you have for us? Some industry news?
First I just wanted to put a highlight on, like, as far as news goes, the main thing that popped out at me was from Leanne Webster, where she gave us the timeline for the Category 1 CPT code application. So I just want to make sure that everybody knows about this. So they've been doing this research, right, since 2019, since the Category 3 codes were approved by the AMA. And they've been doing the research with the Veterans Affairs Administration. And they are planning to submit that research and all of the application in February, and then the big meeting happens in May to get approval. Now, what I did not understand fully until I heard this conversation that you had with Leanne was that it can take then another year for the insurance companies to get on board and come up with appropriate reimbursements. So we are looking approximately at the middle of 2024, hopefully, for those codes. So I just think that is going to be, the basis for an enormous explosion for the field. And I just cannot wait to watch it happen.
Yeah, this is absolutely exciting times. And even though it's still another year after hopefully the May approval of the codes, the timeline has definitely sped up than when we originally started talking about it. Right. So this is amazing news. And I'm just really glad Leanne shared that with us. And, there's so much more to come. And the HSA reimbursements, I mean, that's coming hopefully by the end of the year, right? So there's a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, absolutely. The other thing that, if anybody missed the keynote speech from the symposium, Dr. Bobinette, is that right? Was that her name?
Yeah.
I thought that her work on the habenula part of the brain, which she called the failure light, of the brain is wildly important. My experience with SMART goals has been very much in line with what she was talking about how sometimes it can be helpful for people and sometimes it can be deeply frustrating and discouraging for people, and how to understand how that functions in the brain and how to work with that and work through it. I call that the guilt cycle, and how to sort of pull out of that. It's just a really, really important talk, and pretty brief. It was like 30 minutes or 35 minutes. So just something definitely to take a look at if you haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, she's really amazing at getting her point across. And, we're big believers in not talking in circles about things, right? And she picked that right up, right? It was, it was straight to the point. She got it across, and so eloquently, like it was just beautifully done.
Okay, and then the other story that the last one that I really wanted to share, I think Rebecca will put the link in the chat, is that the American College of Lifestyle Medicine has released a free access for health coaches to 5.5 hours of continuing education. And the course is called, where did I go? Lifestyle Medicine and Food as Medicine Essentials. So they're releasing this free access in support of the White House Conference on Hunger, Nutrition, and Health. I have not taken this course yet, but what a cool opportunity for all of us. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew about that. They're going to talk about an intro to lifestyle medicine, what it is, food as medicine, nutrition for prevention and longevity, and then nutrition for treatment and risk reduction as well. So I just think that's a really cool opportunity. I want to make sure everybody knew about that.
Amazing. Thank you for that. I mean, even if we feel like we know the topic, right, there's always something new to learn. There's always a refresher. So absolutely, I think this is a great resource for everybody.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shall we talk about this?
Yeah. There we go. Shameless plug.
Yes.
So excited. And we'll actually be giving away one of Sarah's books at the book club. We're going to be giving it to one lucky recipient, one lucky attendee. Sarah, do you want to take us through what this book club is going to be like?
Sure. So The Habit Trip is my third book. And so we're going to talk about where it came from, why I wrote it. I'm going to walk you through some of the key concepts and the tools that I use to work with clients through the book. So it can give you somewhere to put your hooks in if somebody is kind of flailing around and having a hard time finding direction. And then we're going to talk about, like we were just saying with the SMART goals, about how to help people get unstuck when they're in the middle of a process of trying to make a change, and how to help them kind of weave their way around that. So the book itself is kind of it's a wild, speaking of playfulness, Marina says she likes everything with sort of a little bit of humor. I wrote this book, my second book is a bit of a manifesto, and it took people to a very meaningful but difficult place. And so I wanted to write something that was fun and playful. And so this is it's like, oh, the places you'll go for adults. It takes you into this wonderland, this kind of Dr. Seussian, Shel Silverstein kind of wonderland, where you travel through as the lead character in the story. So it's interactive, it's fill in the blank, kind of a choose your own adventure thing. And you're moving through this kind of whimsical, playful world where you get to learn the science of behavior change and build the skills that you need to utilize really at any time in your life going forward. So I wrote it as a tool for readers and also for health coaches, but it's especially, I find that the work in the book can be really difficult and challenging for people, as we know, as health coaches. So to have the opportunity to be able to really sort of dive in, what are the key concepts and what are the key tools in the book to communicate that and share that with you as coaches is going to be really fun and exciting.
I just don't feel like we have enough play in our lives as adults. Yeah. So I love that you did that.
Yeah. It's just, there's so much heaviness, and people read a lot of, very, well-meaning, self-help books that are rooted in good science. And there's so much great information out there, but people just are exhausted and overwhelmed. So I wanted to make it kind of fun.
Good. Love that. Now, do you think people should have the book if they want to attend the book club? Is it okay to attend it without having read it? What's your recommendation?
Yeah, so anyone can attend, of course. And then, if they are inspired afterwards, they can get the book. If they are able to get it in advance, I think Rebecca's going to send out an email next week saying, or later this week saying exactly which, if you're going to read just sections of it, then what you would read. But I would definitely tell people that you do not need to try to answer all the questions as you move your way through. There's just not time between now and the 6th to really do an in-depth exploration there. So just
Awesome.
feel free to just read through.
Great advice. And if we haven't mentioned this, this is eligible for one CEU from the NBHWC. And this webinar is at no cost. So please come and join us, join Sarah, and you may be a lucky recipient of Sarah's book at the webinar. It's December 6th, if we haven't mentioned it yet. Sarah, thank you so much. We're looking forward to December 6th. And thank you as always for coming on and chatting with us. Always.
Thank you for having me. And thanks for all the great work you're doing.
We're inspired and excited by it. So, it's just
clear.
Yeah.
Oh, I have one suggestion for an improvement to the website. I think we should include Sir Waffles, the companion donkey, somewhere.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
I need photos.
I absolutely.
He's pretty adorable.
I'll vouch for that. I think it's going to become everybody's favorite story now, not just mine.
I need to see some pictures.
I mean, raise your hand if you have a pet donkey as a companion to your horse, right? Like, how many people can do that?
Not many.
Thanks,
He
Sarah.
can be the mascot.
Ooh, I love that. Next to Bentley.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you next month. Thank you again. And
Thanks for having me.
over to the book
Bye.
club. Take care. Bye. So great to have Sarah with us always.
It's always lovely to see her.
Always lovely. And let's talk about this. How exciting.
Let's talk about it.
Speaking of press releases. So we had another exciting one last week, as if enough wasn't happening. There was our symposium, there was the huge health conference in Las Vegas, and YourCoach had a press release about a new partnership. So we're super excited about this. It's with Feel Therapeutics, and we're going to be providing coaches around Feel's emotion sensor device. So it's super cool. We can't wait to tell you more about it. We are going to have more details very, very soon, but the team at Feel is absolutely incredible. We are very lucky to know them and to work with them. And I couldn't be more proud to have more opportunities to coaches practicing on our platform and to have more opportunities with Feel. Ashley, we have a lot of work to do.
That's a good thing. Bring it on. I mean, the more work means more opportunities for coaches. And like we talked about before, that's something that we need right now, right? As a community, and coaches are looking for those opportunities. And so it's really neat to be able to bring more and more forward for them, and then give them the opportunity to see what resonates with them. Who do you want to work with, and what niche do you want? It's just really cool.
Yeah, and there's opportunities. Exactly. There's opportunities for different coaches. We have various programs that are around for every client that we work with. We create a program based on what it is that they're looking for to surround their service or product. So it's a lot of unique opportunities for coaches of all sorts and shapes and sizes. So we couldn't be more excited or more proud to bring this to you and to talk about it. It's that time of year again. Let's talk about our scholarship program. So again, the applications are open. There's 31 days left to apply for the Rita and Jean Pressman Memorial Scholarship. And this awards 5 coaches with an opportunity to sit for the national board exam, which we're going to be paying for, and also exam prep with Ashley and a small group of individuals. Applications are open. You can go to YourCoach.health to apply, and they're accepted on a rolling basis. So if you can choose the window that you're applying to. If you're applying to the next window, that's great. If you want to apply to the one following, So we're sponsoring 5 scholarships for each sitting. And actually, this was the first year that we were charging for the symposium for anybody who needed the CEUs from the national board. And it was a very nominal fee. We did not go crazy. There's 12 credits that you get for that. And every single penny that we made from the symposium is going towards these scholarship programs as well. So we don't yet know how many more per each sitting, but there will be additional opportunities available. So please apply. The team is evaluating applications on a rolling basis as well. And this is need-based, but we don't ask you to provide any financial information. This is need-based and also based on your passion for becoming national board health and wellness coach. So very proud to bring this to you. How can we make your virtual home better? This is our favorite part, where we get to chat with you. So if there's any improvements that you feel that we can make on the YourCoach platform, if there's any feedback that you have for us, we always want to hear it. We always want to hear from you. And let's open it up to questions. Rebecca, do we have some questions?
Oh, yes. We have a few different ones. Let me start with the ones that we have about the platform. So somebody would like to integrate their Google Calendar into YourCoach. I guess it's to, not to miss any appointments. But how can they do that, or can they do that?
So not yet. That's something that's coming, but right now the Google Calendar integration is not yet available. So something we're working on. Let's remember how long it takes for every button that's out there. This is something that we talked about. It's in progress, just not yet available.
Wonderful. And regarding technical support, people are asking, or a person, if we have phone support yet, and can they call us?
We do not have phone support. So we have messaging support. That is the best we can do right now. Never say never. So at some point we may have it. It's just really hard to accommodate all the hours because, there's coaches on East Coast, West Coast, right? So we don't have that just yet, but we have our chat support available.
Yeah, also another just little tip and tidbit to drop in there. If you're reaching out to support, it's really helpful to include screenshots. And so screenshots we do have to have within the platform, right? That would be a little cumbersome and challenging via phone support. But when you reach out, it's always helpful to include as much information as you can so that our support team can get back to you with relevant information and we can kind of expedite that process too.
Exactly. Yeah, give us as much information as you have.
Yeah.
So there's none of that back and forth to gather it. That's a great point, Ashley. Thank you.
The next question is, oh, wow, it's great. Somebody's a new coach on the platform and they're asking, how can I get the new client opportunity perk? Can you tell us more about it?
Practice, practice, practice.
Yes.
Bring your test clients, bring your family, your friends. They don't have to be paying clients for you. If you're sitting for the board exam and you need those 50 hours, just practice, practice, practice. That's the only way that you'll be able to bubble up for the opportunities.
Oh, a question about some of our events. If we offer other CU events, if I may take this one, yes, we do.
I was just going to offer
that. Yes, we do. As you may have seen, we have a great event with Sarah. Just about in 2 weeks. So make sure to sign up. The link is in the chat. And for 2023, the sky is the limit. So stay tuned. If you follow us on any of our socials, we are at YourCoach Health. You can always hear about the events. But if you want to hear it first, make sure to join our community. I always post there first. I always share there first. So if you click on it and within the platform, you can just look for the YourCoach coaching community and click join, and I would be happy to keep you posted.
Fantastic.
Next question. Can we see the symposium speakers again in an individual event?
Rebecca, can they?
Well, I'm sure you can. Please, but if you want to see them with us, please let me know. You can always send, as mentioned, the feedback to events@yourcoach.health. Who did you like? Who was your favorite? What topic? And then I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, it's really important. Let us know the topic. Let us know what it is that we want to talk about, not just the speakers, because obviously they're really well-rounded. They can speak to a variety of topics, right? And just let us know what you want to hear more, like what can we help with?
Next question.
Questions today.
When will the recordings be available? I'll take this one as well. I promise, as mentioned before in the emails, it's this week, so keep your eyes peeled. It's coming soon. Our team is working very hard to put everything together for you. So don't worry, it's coming. It's this week. If you don't see it this week, you can send me an email and hold me accountable for it.
Does the week end Friday or Sunday?
Well, let's say Friday. I like a challenge.
All right, by Friday.
Ooh.
Here.
And great. And the last question is, somebody just set up their new coaching practice on the platform, and they would like to know, how do they know that they set up everything? What should they see? How is a completed profile look like? So maybe Ashley, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, there's a couple of different things I can think of that would be really helpful. I know when I was setting up my practice, one of the things that I did is I set myself up as a client as well. So I could send the email and I could see it from the client side. So where it becomes easy, you see the blue and the green, like we talked about earlier here. That's a really great way to see what your clients see. Another way is schedule an onboarding with Rebecca. She is fantastic. She will walk you through and show you all the different neat parts of the platform. You can ask questions. Really, really cool way to do that. And of course, watch the tutorials. There's more coming, I promise. But watch those. That's also a great way to kind of poke around and see what's out there.
Awesome.
Did I miss anything, Marina?
No. And we tried to walk you through setting it up like step by step. So at the end, it's going to say complete your profile, complete setting up your program, right? So a lot of times you will know when you're all set, unless something is blatantly open, right? So, but if as you're setting it up and you feel like there's a better way to let you know that the program is set up or your practice is set up, let us know. We're always listening.
Yeah.
Because
getting the points is a really good cue.
Yeah, exactly.
And just to add, just to add one thing, I always say to coaches on the onboardings, that, don't be afraid when you first open a platform. It could be quite a lot and there's a lot to set up and programs and whatnot. Just don't feel like you have to do everything at the same time. You can come back, you can set up little things, you can always schedule another onboarding with me, ask questions. I think that's the best way to go about it. And
exactly.
slowly but surely you build your practice with us, and that's great.
Yeah, it's here for you. The platform is not going anywhere. Don't feel like you need to do everything in one shot. You can come back anytime. You can set it up. You can add to it. You can modify. So absolutely. And for Rebecca's onboarding, so she's got a long onboarding, right? I think it's 45 minutes, Rebecca, the one that you do weekly.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, 45 minutes. But also if you have a quick question, she also has 15-minute slots that are available that you can book just like for a quick question for anything that you just want immediate help with.
Yeah, I mean, we say it's your virtual home, and it's just like when you moved into your home, your apartment, wherever you're living. I mean, when you started, you moved in, you did the essentials, right? Like you made sure your dishes were put up so you could eat, but you didn't worry about where you were going to hang all the pictures and what curtains were going to go where and all of those pieces. You got the basics done, and then you built on it as you got used to things. It's the same thing here. You get the basics done, and then you come back when you spruce it up as you go along and figure out what pieces you need and you want.
And sometimes after 2 years, you still have a couple of boxes laying around that you might as well just throw out at this point. who even knows what's in them, but I'm not talking about anybody I know. So, it's neither here nor
It
there.
becomes permanent decoration, it's just part of the decor. It is what it is.
It's beautiful, beautiful decor. So anyway.
And may I just add one last thing about it? The coaching community chat on the platform is also an amazing place to ask these questions, how other people do it, to ask for tips. There are some coaches in there who've been with us since the very beginning. So, they also have a few tricks up their sleeve. So feel free to go in there, introduce yourself, and ask questions.
So again, like tips and tricks, but not technical support questions, right? So for technical support questions, always the little headphones, right? That's the best bet, or email support@YourCoach.health. But tips and tricks about like the best way, like to set up your program or the best way to communicate with your clients, that's what the community group is for. So just to make that clear, we'll be able to help you better that way, right? That's all that it's about. Just navigating various resources that we have available. Do we have any other questions, Rebecca?
No, I think that was it. And I don't see any more in the Q&A box. So thank you for your questions.
Thank you. I think this is my favorite part, like the Q&A, just chatting to everybody, getting to know. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you to Ashley and Rebecca and Sarah. It was really fun to recap what an exciting week it was last week. And as always, give us feedback. Tell us what you think. And we always want to hear from you. That is one thing that's constant around here, is that we always want to hear from you, and we want to know what we can do better. So thank you again. Happy Thanksgiving for those celebrating. So I am super excited that my kids are coming home for Thanksgiving. One is flying in today, one is flying in Thursday. My favorite time of year with everybody's together. So if you're celebrating, hope you're enjoying your time with friends and family. And until next time, until December.